In the heart of a charming village called Abu, a profound joy settled upon Chukwudi and Eni with the birth of their twin daughters, Adama and Chika. Adama, the elder, was blessed with a mind of extraordinary brilliance. From her earliest years, she displayed an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a keen intellect that truly set her apart. Complex puzzles yielded easily to her sharp understanding, and intricate ideas made perfect sense. Yet despite her remarkable intelligence, Adama lacked the striking beauty that graced her younger sister Chika. Chika, conversely, possessed a breathtaking loveliness that drew all eyes. Her smile was like pure sunshine, and her skin seemed to glow with an inner warmth. People were invariably captivated by her radiant presence wherever she went. However, while Chika was abundantly blessed with outer beauty, she found herself constantly struggling to match her sister's intellectual prowess. Schoolwork often left her feeling lost and disheartened. As the sisters blossomed into 10-year-olds, their inherent disparities grew even more pronounced. Adama continued to soar academically, consistently achieving the highest marks in every subject, her wisdom and sharp intellect earning the widespread admiration of everyone in Abu. Meanwhile, Chika's captivating beauty seemed to intensify with each passing day, effortlessly charming the hearts of all who beheld her. Adama, with her unassuming appearance, frequently felt overshadowed and unnoticed, yearning for the attention Chika effortlessly commanded. Conversely, Chika wrestled with a profound sense of inadequacy, constantly overshadowed by the undeniable brilliance of her older sister. Their loving parents, Chukwudi and Eni, devoted themselves to nurturing and encouraging both daughters, yet balancing their distinct needs and burgeoning aspirations proved to be an ongoing challenge. As Adama and Chika continued to grow within the vibrant village of Abu, Chika's stunning beauty became an undeniable spectacle, drawing all eyes. Her presence radiated warmth, and her captivating smile had the power to illuminate any space, making her a beloved figure among the villagers. This constant adoration for Chika often sparked a deep, painful envy within Adama, leading her to retreat to her room and weep in solitude. One afternoon, finding Adama particularly distraught, her mother Eni gently approached her. "Adama, my dear, why are you crying?" her mother asked, her voice laced with concern. Adama sniffled, wiping away fresh tears. "It's just not fair," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Everyone loves Chika because she's so beautiful, but no one ever truly notices me because I'm not pretty like her." Her mother wrapped Adama in a comforting embrace. "Oh, my sweet Adama," she murmured softly. "Never, ever think that way. You are special, precisely as you are. While you may not possess Chika's striking beauty, you possess something even more magnificent, your intelligence. You are the smartest girl in our entire village, and that, my dear, is a remarkable gift to be profoundly proud of." Adama's eyes widened in disbelief. "Really, Mom?" she gasped. "Yes, truly," her mother affirmed, a warm smile gracing her lips. "Your intelligence is a gift, just as Chika's beauty is a gift. Embrace who you are, my precious one. You are unique and wonderful in your very own way." Adama clung to her mother, a profound warmth spreading through her heart. From that day forward, whenever the pangs of envy for her sister's beauty arose, Adama recalled her mother's powerful words and felt an unwavering pride in her own extraordinary intellect. With Adama now embracing her intelligence and discovering a profound sense of self-worth, Chika's own feelings began to shift in an unexpected direction, despite her. Despite her radiant beauty, Chika found herself consumed by a gnawing envy for her sister's intellect. Witnessing Adama's academic triumphs and the widespread admiration she garnered from the villagers only intensified Chika's jealousy. Instead of celebrating her sister's accomplishments, Chika shockingly began to join others in mocking Adama, often ridiculing her plain appearance and belittling her for not possessing the same striking looks as her peers. This hurtful behavior deeply distressed and saddened their parents, Chukwudi and Eni, who tirelessly sought to reconcile their daughters. Chukwudi and Eni spoke earnestly with Chika, imploring her to recognize the immense value in Adama's intelligence and to cherish the unique qualities that truly made Adama special. Yet despite their heartfelt efforts, Chika remained resentful and distant, seemingly incapable of accepting her sister for who she was. Adama, wounded by her sister's harsh words and actions, bravely attempted to bridge the divide, extending love and understanding. However, Chika's deep-seated envy and insecurity clouded her judgment, causing her to push Adama away, unwilling to see her as anything more than a stark reminder of her own perceived inadequacies. Despite the palpable tension that hung between them, Adama steadfastly refused to abandon her sister. She persisted in showering Chika with kindness and compassion, holding on to the hope that one day her sister would look past their differences and finally embrace the unbreakable bond they shared as twins. As time wore on, the rift between Adama and Chika deepened. Chika's pervasive jealousy drove her to increasingly cruel behavior towards Adama, and their bond frayed to a point of unprecedented distance. Then, one night, when the village of Abu lay serene under the stars, disaster struck. A ferocious storm descended, tearing through homes and devastating crops, leaving the villagers utterly bereft. But instead of retreating in fear, Adama sprang into action. She leveraged her formidable intellect to orchestrate a village-wide relief effort, organizing aid, distributing vital food supplies, and ensuring every person had their basic needs met. Meanwhile, Chika observed a familiar pang of jealousy stirring within her. She questioned why Adama always had to be the one in charge, why she seemed to believe she knew everything. Yet as the days turned into weeks, something within Chika began to shift. Witnessing her sister's unwavering kindness and selfless dedication, a profound realization dawned upon her. One day, overwhelmed with emotion, Chika approached Adama, tears welling in her eyes. "I'm so sorry, Adama," she choked out, her voice thick with regret. "I've been so wrong. Your intelligence and kindness are far more beautiful than anything I possess." Adama embraced her sister tightly, tears of pure happiness streaming down her own cheeks. "It's okay, Chika," she whispered gently. "We may be different, but we are still sisters, and together we can overcome anything." News of Adama's incredible deeds and her pivotal role in aiding the villagers soon reached the king's ears. He was utterly astonished, unable to comprehend such profound intelligence and boundless kindness. Eager to meet this remarkable young woman, he extended an invitation for her to visit the royal palace. Adama, overwhelmed with honor and excitement, dressed in her finest attire, feeling akin to a true princess as she made her way to the palace. Upon her arrival, the king was so profoundly impressed by her wisdom and composure that he immediately offered her a scholarship to pursue her studies at any institution of her choosing. Adama could barely believe her good fortune. She was now destined to delve even deeper into the world of knowledge. Before long, Adama became a celebrated figure in her village, admired and spoken of by everyone for the wonderful things she had accomplished. Yet, as Adama's fame burgeoned, so too did Chika's. Bit by bit, Chika's jealousy intensified, festering as her sister's successes mounted. As Adama's fame stretched far beyond the village borders, Chika's envy curdled into bitter resentment. She simply could not endure the thought of her sister being celebrated and lauded, while she herself remained largely unnoticed. But instead of confronting these painful emotions, Chika buried them deep within, allowing them to fester and grow like a toxic weed. Meanwhile, Adama continued to shine brightly, eternally grateful for the extraordinary opportunities bestowed upon her by the king's scholarship. She immersed herself completely in her studies, eager to learn and expand her horizons with each passing day. Yet even as she academically thrived, Adama could not shake the lingering sadness caused by her strained relationship with her sister. She yearned deeply for the cherished bond they once shared, holding on to the fragile hope that one day Chika would find it in her heart to release her jealousy and wholeheartedly embrace their sisterhood once more. Little did she know, their relationship was about to face its ultimate trial. Then, one radiant, sunny afternoon, as Chika was making her way to meet a friend, her path crossed with Prince Obi, who had just returned from the bustling city. In an instant, he was utterly captivated by her breathtaking beauty. Filled with an exhilarating excitement, Prince Obi rushed back to the palace, his mind consumed with vivid descriptions of Chika for the palace guards. "I saw the most beautiful girl today," he exclaimed, his voice brimming with awe. "She has the most mesmerizing smile and the most radiant presence imaginable." The palace guards listened intently, nodding in solemn agreement. "Yes, my prince," they replied respectfully. "She is the daughter of Chukwudi and Eni, a well-respected family in our village." Prince Obi's eyes widened in profound surprise. "Wow!" he exclaimed in amazement. "They have a daughter as stunning as her." "Yes, my prince," the guards confirmed. "But they also have another daughter who may not possess the same striking beauty, yet she is incredibly intelligent. She is the very girl your father, the king, granted a scholarship to." Prince Obi nodded slowly, recalling his father's words. "Oh, I remember now," he exclaimed, a new light in his eyes. "What a truly amazing family. I would be honored to meet them and see where they live." "Do not worry, my prince," the guards assured him with a bow. "I will personally take you to their home first thing tomorrow morning." "Thank you," Prince Obi said gratefully, his heart pounding with eager anticipation. He could hardly wait to meet the family of the girl who had so effortlessly captured his heart. The very next morning, Prince Obi was brimming with excitement as he set out to visit Chika and Adama's home, accompanied by the palace guards. As they strolled through the charming village, Prince Obi's eagerness to finally meet the sisters everyone had been talking about grew with every step. Upon their arrival at the cozy home of Chukwudi and Eni, Prince Obi found himself impressed by its humble simplicity. The family welcomed him with genuine warmth, making him feel instantly at ease. As Adama greeted Prince Obi with her customary intelligence and innate kindness, Chika found herself unable to suppress a familiar pang of jealousy. She keenly observed the way Prince Obi's eyes lit up whenever he looked at Adama, and it stirred a subtle sadness within her. Throughout the day, Prince Obi thoroughly enjoyed getting to know the family. He was utterly amazed by Adama's sharp intellect and captivating charm. But every time his gaze shifted towards Chika, he sensed an unspoken disquiet lingering about her. As the hours passed, Chika diligently tried to mask her true feelings behind a polite smile. But Prince Obi could sense a subtle disquiet. When it was time for his departure, Chika bravely composed herself, yet deep down, a whirlwind of emotions churned within her. She couldn't help but wonder if her sister would forever monopolize the spotlight. As Prince Obi bid farewell and left, Chika remained, plagued by the persistent question of why Adama always seemed to garner more affection from people, despite Chika knowing she herself possessed greater beauty. The very next day, a complex mix of feelings washed over Chika when she saw Prince Obi. She still felt a lingering sting from his apparent preference for her sister, yet another part of her was undeniably curious about what he might have to say. As Chika attempted to slip away unnoticed, Prince Obi quickly hurried after her, a look of concern etched upon his face. "Chika, wait! Let me explain," he pleaded, his voice urgent. Chika reluctantly halted, turning to face the prince with a guarded expression. "What do you want to explain?" she asked, a hint of anger in her tone. Prince Obi took a deep breath, carefully choosing his words. "I know you're upset, and I understand why. But believe me when I tell you that my interest is in you, not your sister," he stated earnestly. Chika's eyes widened in surprise at his blunt honesty. "But why were you smiling at her and talking to her so much yesterday?" she pressed, her voice edged with frustration. The prince sighed, realizing he had unintentionally caused Chika distress. "I admit I might have given you the wrong idea, but I promise you I wasn't paying more attention to your sister because I liked her more. It's because I care about both of you," he gently clarified. Chika felt torn between doubt and hope, unsure what to believe. "How can I trust you?" she asked quietly. Prince Obi stepped closer, looking at her with steadfast determination. "Because I'm telling you the truth. You're the one I truly like, Chika," he declared, his sincerity resonating in his voice. Chika paused for a moment, a multitude of emotions swirling within her. Then, a small smile flickered across her face. "Well, you had better not make me jealous again," she said playfully. The prince grinned in relief, delighted to see Chika beginning to soften. "I promise I won't," he vowed, his gaze resolute. As they walked back to the village together, Chika felt a nascent flutter of excitement in her heart. Perhaps, she thought to herself, this truly was the beginning of something special. After Prince Obi and Chika began their courtship, he started to observe certain aspects of her character. He noticed a tendency toward disrespect, a disinterest in cooking, and an inclination to spend an excessive amount of time on elaborate makeup and frequent outings. Initially, Prince Obi attempted to overlook these traits, harboring the hope that Chika would eventually change. However, as time progressed, these issues became increasingly difficult to disregard. He found himself growing frustrated and disappointed by Chika's behavior. One day, their simmering tensions erupted into a heated argument. Prince Obi attempted to voice his concerns to Chika, but she immediately became defensive, refusing to listen. Their voices escalated, echoing sharply through the room. Chika accused Prince Obi of trying to alter who she was, while he felt that she wasn't taking their relationship seriously. They seemed to be at an impassive standstill, utterly unable to see eye to eye. After the intense argument, Prince Obi found himself truly torn. He cared deeply for Chika, but he also recognized that their relationship, as it stood, was unsustainable. He grappled with the question of whether they could bridge their differences or if it was time for them to walk separate paths. Meanwhile, Chika was equally distressed. She couldn't comprehend why Prince Obi was escalating matters to such an extent, and she felt profoundly hurt that he seemed unwilling to accept her for who she was. As both took the necessary time to cool down and reflect, they came to the shared realization that a serious conversation about the future of their relationship was imperative. They understood that honesty would be their only way forward, and so, as they eventually sat down to talk, both knew their relationship stood at a critical crossroads. They would have to decide whether they were truly willing to make the necessary compromises and work through their issues, or if it was finally time to say goodbye. One day, the king, facing a series of particularly perplexing puzzles, sent for Adama. When she arrived at the palace, he was utterly astonished by the swiftness with which she deciphered them. Prince Obi, who was also present, couldn't help but be profoundly impressed by her sharp intellect. "Wow, Adama, you're truly brilliant," the prince exclaimed, applauding her warmly. Adama smiled modestly, offering her thanks to both of them. They fell into a comfortable conversation, discussing everything from the intricate puzzles to their favorite academic subjects. After Adama departed from the palace, Prince Obi found his thoughts continually returning to her. He discovered himself admiring her intelligence and kindness more and more with each passing day. As time unfolded, Prince Obi realized that he was beginning to develop genuine feelings for Adama. He couldn't quite explain it, but there was an undeniable magnetism about her that drew him in. Yet no matter how much he attempted to suppress these nascent emotions, Prince Obi could no longer deny the powerful, growing attraction he felt towards Adama. And so, he found himself facing a new and daunting dilemma: how to navigate these newfound feelings while still showing respect and consideration for Chika.